Hey guys, on that trip out to Wolf Covered Bridge the other day, on the way back, the car overheated. I didn't think it was running quite right. I want to pull this distributor off and see if I can reset these points. I'm thinking my timing might be just a little retarded. I've suspected that for quite some time. I pulled the top off the carburetor and I lifted all the jets. There wasn't any sediment in there. Jets appear to be wide open. I didn't go any further with the carburetor. I don't think that's the problem. But it's like it's either running too lean or it's not advancing or it's retarded. I'm just going to pull this distributor off. It's easy to do. And just try to reset these points. And they're the cheap Chinese points. I see Napa. I can get Eklund points. I don't know if they have them in stock or if I have to order them. I'm going to check on that tomorrow. But like I say, this is easy enough to get off there. I just want to see if I can pull it off, reset them, make it a little better. That way I'll know I'm on the right track. I've got this all unbolted. I got the caps off. It should be ready to pull off of here. This is the 3-bolt distributor that they used from 37 to 40. They, that piece on the back, you can't really tell it, but it is offset to where you can't put this on the wrong way. You can't get it 180 off. So there is no timing to this. It either plugs in or you're 180 off, you turn it and then plug it in. Only thing is the points are real hard to get to. But let's take a look at this and see what we can do. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but this point gap on this side is a little close. It's about 14. It ain't too bad. This elliptical screw won't allow this to come over any further because the point bracket is hitting the ledge of the distributor right here. So that's as far as you can adjust that out. I think I'm going to take this set of points out and just grind the back off of this base of these points where this bracket is right here, so I can widen that gap up to 15. The other side is not like that. It's got room there. See the gap right there? I've got my 15 on this side, and there's room you could do more if you needed. But over on this side, I think I'm just going to take a little off of there. I just took a grinder and went down this edge right here. I took a little metal off. I'm trying to put them back in there and see if I can get another thousandths of an inch out of it. Yeah, I got this all as close as I could get it. I've got 15 now on both sides with the points open, but now it looks like one side doesn't close right. I'm going to put it on here and see what happens. I think I just need new points. I got this running pretty good. Is it better than before? I don't know. I'm gonna have to take it for a drive and see, but I gotta tighten all this stuff down, button everything up. I took a distributor off. I had to grind the side off that one set of points. It didn't give me enough adjustment. It was hitting on the side of the case before I could get my 15 on my gap. Then I put it back together the first time, and I had that one set on the driver's side set at 15, fully open, but then they wouldn't close all the way. So I had to bend that a little bit, and now I think I'm pretty good. But before I thought I was a little retarded on the timing, so I'm gonna button all this up and take it for a drive and see if it seems better to me. And I'm hoping it does. I'm still gonna go ahead and get the good Eklund points from Napa. I think my whole problem here is in these Chinese points. They just don't fit right. But anyway, let me button this up. Maybe we'll take it for a drive after a bit. You get to reading about these old distributors on these Fords, and there is so much technical information out there. Setting it up on a Sun machine, they talk about degree wheels and straight edges and all these techniques to get your dwell right and all this. And if you start reading in the forums, some of those guys will start to explain how to do this. And then other ones will just say, send it to Bubba. Some guy named Bubba, I guess, works on these. Just send it to Bubba. And I guess he's fairly reasonable. But that's just not the way I do things. If I can't figure it out myself, I mean, what do you think the guy back in 1937 did? He didn't have a dwell machine, and he didn't send it to Bubba. He had a hammer and a pair of pliers, and he figured it out. And that's generally what I try to do. You know, if I've got to have somebody else work on it, no, I don't do that. I learned how to do it. So anyway, I'll keep messing with it until it's right. That's what's going to happen. So I'm going to button this up here in a minute. We're going to take it for a drive and see if I got anywhere with it. All right, it's the next day. I got this all back together, and Carol and I took it for a drive last night. Went about 30 miles with it. After I got it back together, I noticed that the car does better like in low RPMs. Like backing out of this garage, I gotta back over this hump of concrete right here. And before I'd have to kind of feather the gas to get it to go over that. Now it just powers right over it. And it does better taking off at stop signs. Like if you're rolling through a stop sign in second gear or something, you don't have to find first. It'll get through better. But it was still popping like it needed to advance more. It was popping through the exhaust like if you're going down the road at 60 mile an hour, you'd hear this popping. And I thought, I think I got the base timing. I think I've got the base timing set pretty good now. If I could just get rid of that popping. So I came out here this morning and I loosened the vacuum brake all the way up to the top, and I just took it for a drive, and it ran fine like that. So I'm gonna tighten that down right there, and I think I might be good to go. On that trip last night, the car never come close to overheating, and it was hot. It was about 85 degrees, and I don't know what the temperature gauge, you know, but I don't even know if it's the right setting unit. Not only that, it reads in centigrade, I guess you call it. But I put like a meat thermometer through the radiator, and 175, 180 degrees, I'm reading between 100 and 110 on that gauge. So I know that's normal. So as long as that gauge stays like 100, 110, I know I'm fine. And really, that's all you need, right? It's still better than a dummy light because you can watch the progression of it. So yeah, I think I'm good with that. But anyway, that car show that I've been talking about since last November, I said we had one to go to this spring. Well, it's next weekend. And this whole time, I've been saying it was in Alexis, Illinois. That's where they told me it was. Well, it's not. Alexis is about 28, 30 miles from here. It's not in Alexis. It's in Aledo. Aledo is 55 miles from here. I wish I'd had a little bit more time to get the car ready. I still don't know if I'm going to do it or not. I'll take this for a few more drives. If it's not overheating and it's running smooth, it drives okay. Maybe I will do it. I haven't made up my mind yet. We'll probably be taking the 59 as well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it's just going to be the 59 or both of them. My buddy's got one of those two-wheel car dolly trailer things. I thought about maybe seeing if I could have it hooked to the back of my F-150, just sitting here. So that if something happens, I can call my son and say, hey, can you come get me? The trailer's already hooked up. Some kind of a deal like that. Because I got to tell you guys, it makes me a little nervous to go that far in old Eliza. I mean, I would say it's been years since she's been driven that far. We will be about, if I do that trip, we will be 20 miles from Davenport, Iowa. So, I mean, we're a long way from home. But that being said, I think it's running pretty good now. We'll just see how I feel about it when the weekend comes. But anyway, that's where we're at right now. I think I got it running pretty good. I gotta make a quick update here in the video. I'm gonna insert this in there somewhere. But at first they're telling me, these are women, all right? Carol and her friend Heather. They've been telling me all along this car show is in a Lexus. So I'm thinking I gotta go to a Lexus, right? Then I'm talking to her and she says, a Lexus? What makes you think it's a Lexus? It's not a Lexus, it's an Lido. I said, I thought it was in a Lexus because you said it was in a Lexus. No, it's a Lido. So then all through this video, everybody's saying, we gotta get the car ready to go to a Lido. It's a long way away, right? 20 miles from Davenport. So I'm just getting ready to post this video. I've been making it all throughout the week. Last time talking to Carol and I say, yeah, we think the old car make it to a Lido all right. She says, a Lido? What makes you think we gotta go to a Lido? I said, because you told me it's a Lido. After you said it wasn't a Lexus. You said, a Lido. No, it's Alpha. All right, I guess it's Alpha we're going to. Alpha is not quite as far as a Lido, but it is a little bit further than a Lexus. They all three start with an A, and they're all three north of here. I tell you what, I feel like Jack Cousteau trying to communicate with a damn dolphin. But anyway, I guess we're going to Alpha, I guess. So I'm trying to get both these ready to go. And now I'll continue on with my video. Hey guys, this is an extra distributor I have. It's what they call the helmet distributors. They call them diver helmets. You can kind of see why. But if you start trying to get online and figuring out how to set the points in these and get them working right, there's going to be a lot of guys on there tell you in the comments and forums and stuff that you're not going to be able to get it right. They say you're either going to have to send it to somebody and have them put it on a sun machine and set the dwell on it, or they just tell you to get rid of it completely and buy like a Petronix electronic one. But there's a lot of talk on the internet that you're not going to be able to fix one of these yourselves. It's had me kind of scared to work on it. Well, I did work on the one in the car myself, and I got the car running really good. And maybe I just got lucky. Maybe it don't happen for everybody like that. But I just want to go through and tell you what I did. And maybe it'll help somebody to, at least you can give it a shot, right? You're not out anything by trying. And it worked out well for me. The car's running really good right now. All right, before you take it off the car, there's a cap on each side. I guess I got one laying right here. These caps go on here, your plug wires fit in them. They set in there on each side, and 4 wires go this way to that bank, and 4 wires go that way to that bank. Put one of your caps off, bump your starter, see which way your rotor's turning, and then mark it on your distributor so that you can tell which way to spin that. Then your points are down in here, one on each side. The driver's side set of points controls your timing. Set those at 15. That's where they should be. Driver's side at 15, and they control your timing. The passenger side controls your dwell. And the reason they did that was these are firing 8 times per revolution, and there wasn't enough time in between the points firing, opening, you know, to get the coil charged up right, especially on that 6-volt system. Now, if you've got a 12-volt system like I do, I don't think it's nearly as important. And I've even heard talk, and I don't know how it works out, but there's guys in the forums saying if you're running a 12-volt system, you might not even need that set of points on the passenger side. You might be able to take them out. I don't know that. But the passenger side set, also set them to 15. Just set both sets to 15. Now here's where the dwell comes in. As I said before, the driver's side points control your timing. So every time they break, your coil fires. And that's controlling your timing. And that gap controls the timing because it determines when they're going to open. passenger side set has to be open while the driver's side opens. They have to open first, so that contact on the passenger side is already broke. That will allow your driver's side set to fire. If your passenger side set is closed, then your driver's side set ain't gonna do anything. They both go to the same place. It's just like 2 grounds on one circuit. And the reason for that, it increases your dwell by your driver's side rub block on your driver's side points doesn't have to follow the back of the point cam all the way down before they close again. So as soon as the driver's side set opens, the passenger side set closes right afterwards, and then it starts charging your coil again. So it snaps the driver's side open, the passenger side snaps closed instantly afterwards. I got them both set at 15. I could tell my base timing was right. The car was taking off better. At slow idle, the car just moved better. I was getting a little popping through my exhaust at a higher RPM. This is your vacuum brake. And the way Henry wanted you to set those was to back this screw all the way out so there's no pressure on your plunger that sets down on your centrifugals. Take the car up a hill, or just take it out and be rolling along at 40 and punch it. If you hear it pinging, tighten at a half turn. Do it again. Pinging, tighten at a half turn. I found with mine, this works best just clear to top. If I try to put it in any at all, the car doesn't run as right. And some guys say that you need a little bit of pressure on there to keep it from bouncing. But I don't notice any bouncing like that. It runs best at the top. So, and they say now that gas has got a higher octane in it, so your engine might not ever ping anyway. They didn't start increasing the octane in the gas, I guess, until the 50s, when the cars started getting more powerful, more compression, and faster, you know. But back in 1940, I think the gas we got now, even the low-grade stuff, is higher octane than what they had in 40, at least by a little bit. I think the average back in them days was like 80 octane. And what's the cheap stuff now, like 85 or something? So I wasn't having any trouble with any engine ping, so all the way to the top with that. So 15 on each set of points, all the way to the top with that. And if you roll the rotor around in the direction you marked, you will see your driver's side set of points open, and when you do, look over and make sure your passenger side set is already open. Turn it a little more, passenger side set should close, and then the driver's side set should close. And it just, I don't know, worked good for me. But anyway, I'm not really scared of these things anymore. I feel like I can fix them. I really do. Anyway, guys, that's my little lesson. I was wanting to show everybody this. A nice fellow in North Carolina, his name's Joel from Styles Automotive. He watches the channel, and he heard me mention I'd like to get new rubber for the running boards. Well, he contacted me and said he had an extra set that he would send to me. I said, boy, that's real nice of you. I'd be happy to pay the shipping on it. And he said, no, I just want you to have it. He said, I'll package it up and send it. Well, when he did, he threw a bunch of other stuff in here too. I've got there is a gasket for the cowl vent. There's the instructions for the running board rubber. I really appreciate that, because everything I've bought lately has had no instructions. So that's going to be handy. There's a horn button in here. Oh, he's seen all the trouble I was having with the speedometer cable, and he knew which speedometer cable that took, and he actually sent me a brand new one here. There's a wiper blade in there. Turn signal lenses. He asked me if I needed those, which I did. They're in the box. That was very, very nice of Joel. He said he loves the channel and just wanted to give that stuff to me because he knew I could use it. And gosh, what a nice thing that is. Anyway, a lot of this stuff I'll probably be waiting till winter. I want to take the running boards off and do a little welding on them and get them all, you know, sealed up with a PR-14 and stuff. Some of this other stuff will probably go on sooner than that. Like, I would like to get the parking light lenses on it. We'll use that speedometer cable when we get the new speedometer. And the wiper blade I've actually already put on the car. I put it on the driver's side. He said he had 2 of them, but the other one was dry rotted. So, sounds like my luck. But anyway, thanks, Joel. Well, I think that's about going to do it for me on this video. Next video, you're probably going to see me going to Aledo and Eliza, maybe. That's going to be a long trip. Or you're going to see a video where I decide not to do that trip. We'll see what happens when the time comes. It's just coming quick, too. But, I don't know. Car's running good. I'm thinking probably try it, maybe. Should I? I said I would. I think I should, right? But anyway, I guess that's where we're going next. I had bought this stuff to do the carpet. I bought the carpet and I bought the sill plates, and I got some rubber I'm gonna put down there for bottom door gaskets. I was gonna be doing all that this week, and then this all came up with a distributor, and I've been doing that instead because it was important to get the car running right this week. So I suppose here very soon we're gonna be doing the carpet. And while I've got that seat back out, I've got both backs done. I might try to work on the bottom of it. And if I could get the whole front seat done and the carpet done, yeah, that's a big step, you know. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for this video. I also want to say before I end this, my heart goes out to Brent at Half-Ass Customs. And I don't know if I'm supposed to mention other YouTube channels or not, and I usually try not to. But Brent was a big inspiration for me to do this. I love his channel. His shop just burnt down. It was horrific. He lost all these tools, couple projects he was doing, couple projects he had completed. I know that 3740 done last year was in there anyway. And the Plymouth he's been working on, or the Dodge, it was in there. My heart goes out to him. And Brent, yeah, we'll all stick with you while you rebuild. Hell, I'll watch you build the garage if you make the videos. You know, I love your channel. But anyway, I think this is going to do it for me today. We'll catch on the next one. And guys, don't be scared of those distributors. Do what I just did, and I'll guarantee you that car's going to run good. This thing runs so good now. I'm just... They made it sound so hard that I was just intimidated by that distributor until I actually start working on it. And after knowing what I know now, it's easy as a small block Chevy. Really, it is. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Later, Jeremy.